everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Have Music. Thank you so much for checking out another video. Today we're checking out D sharp diminished. Now it can be a little bit of a tricky chord, but it resolves so well when you go back to the tonic chord in the key, E major. Sounds great. So I'm going to show you a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced method of this chord. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to play every single diminished chord that there is, so definitely stick around. First, let's dive in, grab your guitars, and let's check out a little bit of theory. So what the diminished chord means is, as you'll notice, it doesn't sound like a happy chord, doesn't sound like a D, doesn't sound like a sad chord, doesn't sound like a D minor. It sounds very, very sort of brooding, a lot of tension. And always to me sounds like it needs to resolve back to the major. But I digress. So what we're checking out is we're checking out D sharp diminished, and what that means is you've got a 1, you've got a flattened 3, and you've got a flattened 5. So let's say you've got the notes D sharp, well then you've got F sharp, and then you've got A. Those are the notes within the chord, flattened 3, flattened 5. If it didn't make sense, head over to patdevmusic.com, all the theories explained there. Otherwise, grab your guitars, let's press on. So in this beginner method, what you're going to want to do is have your pinky all the way up there on the 8th fret of the 3rd string, because that there is your D sharp. Then you want directly below it, you want your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string, that's your F sharp. And a bit of a stretch, you want your 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string. And just those 3 notes, that's it, that's D sharp diminished. And what's great is if you move it up 1 fret, you've got E diminished. Move it up another fret, you've got F diminished. You can now play every single diminished chord that there is. Well done. Let's check out a slightly fuller sounding chord and also slightly trickier. Let's dive in. So with the intermediate method, you want to have your 1st finger all the way up here on the 6th fret of the 5th string. That's your D sharp. Directly below it, you want to have on the 7th fret, you now want to have your 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string. Then you want to stretch and have your pinky on the 8th fret there of the 3rd string. And finally, you want to have your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string. And again, sounds a little bit fuller. And it's a movable shape. So what happens if you move it up 1 fret? Same as before, you go from D sharp to E. So it's all about what the note is that your 1st finger is holding down. D sharp, E, up to F, 2 frets up to G. You can now play every single diminished chord in that variant. Let's check out the last advanced method. Well done. And in the last method, you want to have your pinky on the 6th fret of the 5th string. That's your D sharp. This is quite a tricky chord, this version. Then you want your 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 4th string, because there's your F sharp. You want to stretch that 1st finger onto the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, that's your A note, and then all the way on the 4th fret of the 2nd string, that's your D sharp note. And again, you can only play the inside strings. But that's my favorite version of the chord because it sounds really rich. Which version do you like? Is there a version that's too easy to play? Is there a version that's too hard? Definitely let me know. But otherwise, guys, with that last chord again, if you move it up a fret, then you've got E diminished. You move it up another fret, you've got F. You can now play every single diminished chord that there is. Well done for making it to the end. I've been Pat from Pat's Have Music. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again.